From creepy forests to sunken ships, we count 10 of the most frightening places on Earth and that are under the Earth, if you know what I mean. Number 10. Robbed figures. There's a rumor going around all over the forest and on camping trips and places that there is a robed person roaming the woods at night, and some people actually say they have seen a mysterious man or woman in a robe roaming them and stalking them at night all over the forest. When they are hunting, they see it and almost shoot it, but when they do and surprisingly hit it, it disappears into thin air and they do not see it again. They get totally freaked out and run back to their camping place and pack up and leave. Everyone that has seen this robed figure has either been attacked by it or just seen it at night creeping around with a flashlight. Creepy, huh? Anyways, it's really disturbing to see this robed figure around the forest at night. If you ever see it, do not talk to it or you will be killed. Number 9. USS Lexington, otherwise known as the Blue Ghost, a Navy vessel that sailed quite some time ago. And the rumor goes that it is also named the Blue Ghost because of what happened to it. Someone, I think Russian or German or anyone else, shot a torpedo at it and it did not sink. So hence went the name of Blue Ghost and it stuck with the ship. But the thing is, there's also a crew member aboard, which I'll get to in a second, that doesn't really have any background. The USS Lexington was quite a big ship, not quite as big as the Titanic, but it was a carrier ship, and the vessel did eventually become abandoned, and now it is a tourist attraction that is very, very well known. Number 8. The USS Lexington Ghost member. Alright, well, apparently there's also a crew member aboard, which I mentioned earlier, and he has dark blue eyes, and he's actually dressed in the Navy vessel uniform. And one time, a group of people went aboard to take a tour of the USS Lexington, aka the Blue Ghost, in some other year that I can't remember at this time. And while they were touring, a guy that had this exact uniform on and a very unique set of dark blue eyes was showing them around and telling them and also pointing out a lot of things that the USS Lexington did. The only thing is, he doesn't exist. Creepy, right? Anyways, he made this appearance to apparently warn travelers that if they ever met this on the seas, they would die. In fact, it's not really that suspicious if you really think about it for a long time. In fact, the USS Lexington never did sail again. And apparently it's just now a tourist attraction to other folk. Number 7. Haunted Forest. There's this thing going around that people see a dead mother with a baby carriage with no baby inside, but they hear babies screaming somewhere in the forest. And they report this dead woman is saying, "Hush, little baby." And plus, she's singing this song to this baby that doesn't even exist. It goes up to people and say, can you help me? They say no, and she screams. It's just so amazing that this can actually be happening in real life. And plus, this woman does not know that she's dead yet. And she says, "My baby is really ill, please help me." And they say, "There is no baby in that carriage." But she insists that there is. After she leaves, she says, "Fine, whatever," and leaves. She is known to roam the forest all over the world and also in foggy conditions, raining, and at night. Even in the morning, she roams around forest all day and all night. Hikers even respond seeing her walking up to them and saying, "Can you help me?" This ghost is one that does not know she is dead at all. Number 6. Haunted Forest number 2. This one is known for a creepy person walking around at night and in day as seen in the photo. A lot of people hiking in those woods report seeing a weird girl with a white dress walking towards them and then vanishing in the thin air within 10 yards. This is not one ghost to know that she is dead yet. The rumor goes she was walking with her mother one day when a rock apparently fell on top of her when they were walking out of the woods. Well, the mother managed to escape while the daughter was trapped under there. While the mother was going for help, she died, and no one was around. By the time paramedics got there, she was already dead. There is also rumors that, or not true, that people say she was just a spirit trying to get revenge on whoever murdered her in the woods with her friends. But nevertheless, she is also a mean ghost that is trying to get revenge. So the second story I told you was technically true. Half of it, though. And she's trying to get revenge on her mother for leaving her there and not getting help. Number 5. This one is a haunted tree. People from all around the world come around to visit this weird bent over tree that looks nothing like a real tree at all. It's actually a demon disguised as a tree. You could identify it as a Slender Man, but he is not real at all. The thing is, even though this is a bent over tree that could be identified as a Slender Man's doing, it is not true. People from all around the world, like I said before, come to visit it. And the few people that did ended up dying the next week. And they have a video recording of it, of the tree actually bending over and grabbing them by the foot. And the tapes were later found 2 years after that, and they watched it, and they actually found out that the tree is haunted. So they put police line up so that no one else will disturb its sleep ever again. Number 4. Kitty Wake or something like that. I cannot pronounce the ship's name. Rumor goes it sank sometime in the early centuries that I do not know at this time. Divers actually did a lot of research on this, and it seems it's kind of like the Titanic, but not nearly as big. Also, divers have gone under and in the ship to see what was in there. Apparently, they didn't find anything because the furniture was all around and they could not find out what the heck it was. The Kittiwake was not only a great ship to be on, it was also either in the Bermuda Triangle or it was just shot down by some douche that had a armored ship. The Titanic is similar to this, only it got sank by a iceberg. And yet this ship is famous just like the Titanic was back in the day when it didn't sink. Number 3. There are a lot of scary woods in the world today, and this happens to be one of the creepiest. A Girl in the Woods, it seems like that scary movie you watched that made you pee your pants once, doesn't it? No one knows. But this one is just like that old movie that a lot of people watched that was scary. This girl, just like that movie, sorry I said that 3 times now, is said to wander the forest at night looking for her, how do I say this, master, if you know what I mean. and she does not talk to anyone until she actually finds her master. One day, someone dressed in a navy outfit came walking through, and apparently they were doing a photo shoot of this person who was a Navy vessel guy who was still alive in the forest. Don't ask me the group's name because I don't know. And the girl just stopped and asked, "Are you my master?" They got freaked out and ran out of the forest as fast as they could. She shrugged her arms and said, "Okay, I'll just find someone else," and started walking and vanished in the thin air. She is still known to roam the forest at night, looking for her master and asking everyone, "Do you know who my master is? Where is he? Or are you my master?" Number 2. Foggy Forest. This one is known for a lot of things, for foggy conditions and things that you can't even see 5 feet in front of you. These trees are basically not anywhere to be seen, but in this particular photo, it's not photoshopped or anything, but you can see what is 5 feet in front of you. Now, this forest is not by far the creepiest at all. I should have started this for number 1, but it is creepy as heck if you ever walk in it. You will see figures, tall figures that look like trees with nothing but blackness, and you will hear static, and you will fall to the ground with your ears bleeding uncontrollably. You will also become nauseous and frantic for no logical reason. This forest is the paranormal forest crown of them all. And plus, even though it's the paranormal crown king of creepy, you can also see everything that is going on around you, but you cannot see 5 feet in front of you. Number 1. Haunted Hotel. This one is about a little girl that stalks the halls of a hotel in particular, and there is a certain room that she got murdered in. And she was a prostitute, and now she haunts room 601. And in this particular hotel in Virginia, she is known to haunt that room and anyone who sleeps in it. Most travelers that slept in that room report hearing someone sing while no one else was in the room or in the halls. It couldn't be from another room because this room is strictly forbidden. And plus, in fact, that floor and hall is forbidden. But somehow, this ghost adventure guy offered to stay in her room for an entire night. In fact, he was a traveler looking for haunted places, and he found one. Right here. Right. And plus, he is really, really good at tracking down ghosts. Anyways, this girl that we know nothing about except for she haunts that room was brutally murdered by a pimp or one of her masters that she did not pay back. And it says that he murdered her with a knife. And apparently, this girl now looks for revenge out in the world, but has never found it yet. I wonder what she'll do. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe, rate, and comment, and ask me again sometime, and I will make more videos like this to entertain you guys with more creepy videos, and help you get chills tonight. So, until next time, friends, goodbye.